Hello everyone, welcome to another motovlog on my channel. My name is fjr1300, and today's motovlog topic, what I'd like to talk about is traditionally what my channel is about, and that's motorcycle topic related. And the topic of today I want to talk about is some helpful hints that I've found doing some touring this year. Not quite the touring that I've wanted to as of the last 2 or 3 weeks. It has rained almost every day. But I've taken some day trips on it, went on one overnight trip on it, and I've learned some stuff about some do's and don'ts, how to tour on an FJR, at least a Gen 3 anyway, and I'd like to share some of those tips that I have with you. One is, I will say, starting off first, do not be fooled by the saddlebag liner. Although they are a convenient liner to take into your hotel when you reach your destination or campsite or whatever you're going to do for that evening. Do not be fooled by the fact that, yes, they are the shape of the bags. They are very convenient to carry your stuff in. But don't be fooled if you overstuff the bag the way, because FJR's saddlebags, they open like this. They don't open up like your traditional, say, I don't know, bagger, any of the big cruiser baggers. A lot of those open that way. Don't be fooled by the fact that the bags themselves, you can overstuff them and they will not shut if you overfill them. Take a general look at what the bag looks like, and if the bag starts, looking like you have 10 pounds of crap in a 2-pound bag, it's not gonna fit. Especially if you overstuff the bottom where it's by the hinge, where it shuts. That's the problem I had, and that will definitely, for one, make it harder to get the stuff in the bag, because on an FJR, conveniently there's a zipper in the front part, not the main compartment. So you can put stuff like your wallet in there if you want, gum, sunscreen, little stuff. You can hold a pretty decent amount in there. I'd say maybe you could fit, I'm trying to think something that you could know the size I'm talking about. You can easily put like one pair of like tennis shoes in there, one shoe, not two, meaning just for like your left or right foot. You could fit that in there pretty easy, but not much more than that. But that's what I did. I took regular just tennis shoes, so that way when I got to my destination, I'd just walk around clothes, park the bike and went walking around. I made the mistake of putting my shoes at the bottom in the main compartment, and that made it a little bit difficult to get to. So my advice is, if you're gonna take regular tennis shoes or something like that with you, put them in the top where the bag doesn't hinge to. Another thing too is only take the essentials, although that looks like a pretty big bag when it's empty. They're a 30-liter bag on each side. They're the same on both sides. And yes, an FJR's, for anybody ask, an FJR's saddlebag will hold a full-face helmet. I wear a Shoei RF1200 in the size large, and it fits with a little bit of room to spare. I can stuff a few things at the front of the helmet, but not at the back. So take advantage of space-saving stuff, like, even like stuffing your socks, spare pair of socks, like inside your tennis shoes. Roll everything up. Don't worry about folding stuff, guys. If you're on a motorcycle trip, yeah, you want to look somewhat decent. But the worst case scenario, if stuff gets wrinkled, iron it at the hotel. Not that big of a deal if you have to do that. But take advantage of every little thing you can. Take all travel size, like shampoo and conditioner and stuff like that. Maybe even down to like travel size bar soap. Not the full size from home, because every little bit counts as far as space goes. But do just stuff like that. That'll help a lot. The more space you can save, you can, because if you have a little bit left in each bag, when you get to your destination, if you buy some stuff like a souvenir or a t-shirt or just whatever, you'll have room for that to take it home with you and not be like, oh crap, how am I gonna get this home? It's not happened to me yet on a motorcycle trip, but I'm sure some people it has. Another thing too is try to make your gas stops, your rest stop. Say if you want to go an hour and a half, well, make that hour and a half stop, go to the bathroom, something to drink, at least get some gas, walk around a few minutes, and just stretch a little bit, and to make yourself more comfortable. But try not to take too many just resting breaks, because then it's going to make it harder to reach your destination in the time that you've allotted. Because the more breaks you take, believe it or not, even though it might be more fun, in the end you'll pay for it because you'll get there later, and then you won't maybe get to do as much when you get to your destination. Ask me how I know. Trust me, I do. But FJR gets, depending on how you ride it and where you're riding. My bike, I average about 185 miles on a tank, from all the way completely full of the brim to when the low fuel light comes on. Granted, there's still quite a bit left at that point, but Yamaha does to ridiculously mounts to let you know that you're not going to run out of gas. Like the low fuel light comes on mine with like over 2 gallons left, and I just know that by the amount of gas it holds to the pump versus how big the tank is, which is 6.7 gallons, if anybody's wondering. So on that, guys, I just thought I'd share some helpful tips on far as what touring on FJR is like. Yes, the bike is really good at touring. Windshield, electrical up and down, cruise control, all that stuff. Heated grips for those chillier mornings, that really helps. But just overall, just enjoy it. The bike's a fabulous touring bike. May not be the most comfortable riding position, but I can ride an hour and a half to 2 hours non-stop, and I don't really hurt by that time. I have noticed I'm more comfortable though if I take an hour and a half break, if possible, that I seem to be a little more rested when I stop at that hour and a half versus 2 hours. That's what I do. Usually try to do that no more than 2 hours. I've done that before, like 2 hours and 8 minutes. And when I put my feet down, both hips are absolutely screaming, and knees, just from sitting in that one position that long a time. So on that, guys, if you've got any questions, comments, feel free to leave them down below, and I will do my best to answer them in my ability. On that, guys, ride safe and have fun. Don't forget to subscribe if you've not already done so, and turn the bell on. Ride safe, have fun. We'll see you on the next one. See ya.